branching variety. So you can see like it's got non-branch, it's got space, it's got nodes. So like a little leaf comes out, and even like at the top some bud comes up. But
This is real hemp.
this is real hemp. This is fiber-based hemp.
Which looks nothing like hemp, but cannabis, though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And it's a dry land, so like you can see it only gets like this high.
No way.
I like to kind of like start at the tip. Right, and like kind of start by like crushing up the
Did you just
tips.
know that? I don't know about that.
And like get here and then just slowly like work
That was well
towards
written.
down. Yeah, and you don't really even have to hit it all that
just
hard.
embodied.
You know?
Okay, you just gotta let it fall on it a little bit.
Okay, and I like
All the way to over here, where you're weaving it. Nice. So this is hemp fiber?
Yeah, and he was saying this is the hemp that in the workshop they use, so it's kind of, it's a little cruder and harder to work with, but ideally they'd all be thin, and it would allow, like right now I just switched it from being down here, went through, and ideally when you put it back up here, it'll automatically create the space here, but because, you know, some people were still learning, I'm having to kind of go through and just adjust it first,
Oh, yeah.
and then I can pull it through.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
cool. Wow.
Yeah. But it's
So
good
how
to
did you get it
back
to this point? I mean, did it have to
He-
go
it
through
would also
that?
be useful too to like that you have it
Broke it
through
up in that
and to
to,
like
like,
kind of like as
soften
you're
it.
smashing it to
Uh-huh.
like
Then you
drag a
pull
little
it
bit and it
here
kind of like
to
pulls out
soften
some
it
of those
even
bigger
more.
pieces. It's like
And
kind of
then
like
we'll
a
use
like
this
dragging it
Oh, wow.
to spin it. I don't remember. He was showing us how to do it. I haven't learned that part yet. But you spin it here to
various
make it
stages of
thin
the
into the
process.
thread, like
this stuff
yarn.
here that's still got a bunch of pieces. It's like right
After that. Oh, actually, so that's right. After that one, he does it like this, where you're like
Oh, my goodness.
breaking it up even more, so it's like thinner.
Hell of a process.
And then from here, you put it on this, spin it, and then you put it on here.
For this stuff is what you
Wow, and from
Yeah.
that you make
And then you make
these.
something like that.
Oh, yeah, or these too, yeah.
Exactly.
But these like little pouches. Oh, very cool.
super good at insulating, fireproof, stuff like that. But then it's that fiber on the outside.
This is the almost fine. I guess that would be a practice one, you know?
But still, you
Loosens it up.
Yeah,
So
so
you can then
so
run it
you're
through like
saying
this
this
type
is
of
actually,
machine that kind of crushes
This
up
is how hemp
more and gets
started.
it more to like
as well, so most of
fibers.
Before the decorticator.
a little too thick, so it makes the process
And this
harder.
project falls
And
on
this
the
is
floor
at
and
the
then you wrap up the
Convergence
part.
here in
Yeah, or just,
Down,
yeah.
up, it'll
Saturday
flip.
morning.
And this stuff like
To make the
here,
space.
this is absolutely perfect for making hemp.
All
But
that.
right now, because of it, I'm
There's
having
like
to
those kind of like
go
wood
through
chips,
and separate it a little bit.
yeah. Or like that stuff.
This is how they did it, I guess, before decorticators, right? Are
Right.
you familiar with the decorticator, right? This is how they started when they were building the ropes and the...
And then after
Yeah.
this, all I had handles here, you
Right.
start using like
And then they try to figure out how to do this with mechanical tools.
like this.
So they created the decorticator, right? Which came over like in the early 1930s.
Yeah, or even
It
maybe
did.
even earlier. Actually.
Yeah, because Science America did an article that it was the next multi-billion-dollar
And then Big
industry.
Oil decided no, it isn't.
Right, and hurts the paper and the plastic and all of that, yeah. They're like, no, we're going to create reefer madness.
So interesting. It smells. It almost smells like corn, like corn husk.
Like, yeah.
Very
Like,
interesting.
yeah,
I can't-
it does
yeah,
actually,
corn
yeah.
husk.
It does.
Wow, very cool.
Imagine the process they had to go through to do rope at that time, yeah?
Right. To produce like 1,000 foot of rope for a ship
Right,
by hand.
yeah, right?
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Whoa. That's what you were doing.
you know, the larger the scale.
Yeah.
Making rope.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we have all sorts of cool
You can make
technology.
sails, you can make rope.
Right, but we're still not using
We're
it.
not using it. You got to remember how to do it this way, just in case.
I also have a company called
Yeah.
Hempington Post.
Right, it was the cotton industry.
Hempington Post. So
Yeah, I
we
like the
talk
cotton
all
too.
about the hemp world and
I don't know why they couldn't have just both existed.